Well, today we're looking at Psalm 13, and it starts with the question, How long, O Lord? Will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts every day and have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? The words how long appear 4 times in those first 2 verses. David's frustrated. This is a complaint. God seems silent, and I wonder, have you ever felt like that? That God is silent, and it seems like you have no connection with him. I think most Christians experience a season where they feel God is silent. And maybe COVID is a time when you are feeling God's silence, and you feel maybe even separated from him. Well, what do you do during these periods? I think David starts in the right place. He talks to God and he honestly expresses his feelings and his frustrations. You can unload your negative feelings and frustrations to God. You really can. That's what happens so often in the Psalms. And of course, Peter writes in 1 Peter 5:7, cast all your anxiety on him, on Jesus, because he cares for you. As well as talking to God, talk to a trusted Christian friend as well. I've got 2 other pieces of advice for you as well. Firstly, get into nature. God speaks through his creation. When you see trees and rivers, mountains, sunsets, or even consider the sophistication of your own body, it speaks of God's wonderful power in creation. This is a glorious tree, and I look at it through my front window. I thank God for it. My second piece of advice is to listen to some worship music. You might benefit from the comfort of an old traditional hymn. Or you might find relevance in the words of a modern worship song. The good news is that this is just for you. You don't have to consider anybody else's situation or preferences. It will feed your soul if you listen to good worship music. David continues his prayer and his concerns in verse 3. He says, look on me and answer me, O Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. My enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my foes will rejoice when I fall. But look at the conclusion. He takes stock of this larger picture of his life, and he adopts a posture of unwavering faith. Verse 5, he says, but I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, for he has been good to me. Sorry to tell you that you will have some bad days, maybe some really bad days. But step back from the pain of today, step back from God's silence in the moment, and you have to admit that God has been good to me, that he is an unfailing love, and that our salvation, the cross, speaks of his absolute love and commitment to us. There's a song called A Better Word. It says, this is what it says, your blood is healing every wound. Your blood is making all things new. Your blood speaks a better word. Do you believe it? Your blood is the measure of my worth. Your blood more than I deserve. Your blood speaks a better word. Speaks a better word. David starts with a complaint about the silence of God, but in the end, he rejoices at the unfailing love of a good, good Father. You pursue that Father. You connect with him. And one of the ways we can do that, like the psalmist, is to connect with God through good worship music. Bye for now.